Hello everyone, and welcome back to episode 3 of this series where we take a look at the most exciting new residential developments along the Gulf Coast. In this episode, we're back in the Quay Waterfront District to take a look at yet another Ritz Carlton residence here in the town of Sarasota. If you've watched the first 2 installments, you know that I like to make it clear up front that I make these videos for entertainment purposes, but also as a formal invite to the serious shoppers out there to allow me to facilitate your interactions with these builders. My real estate team works with individuals purchasing new and existing condos here on the Gulf Coast, and although our services are completely free to buyers, they provide a massive amount of value. So it's incredibly helpful to get in touch with us before reaching out directly to the sellers or the builders in new construction scenarios like this. But in keeping with the theme of the first 2 videos, I'll save the details for the end. So for now, let's dive into the episode. As of now, there are already 3 completed Ritz buildings in the town of Sarasota, including the Ritz Carlton Hotel, the Ritz Carlton Residences on Lido Key, and most recently built Ritz Carlton Residences Sarasota, which will be the neighbor of the forthcoming Ritz and the subject of this video, the Ritz Carlton Residences Sarasota Bay. You may recognize the setting of this new project, as this new condo will be located in the Quay Waterfront District in Sarasota, overlooking Yacht Harbor. You may recall in episode 1 on One Park that the Quay is an exciting block along the bay in Sarasota that is currently experiencing a massive amount of redevelopment. Sarasota natives have been watching as beautiful contemporary buildings sprout up in this district year after year. Many of these buildings are being developed by Coulter Urban. Coulter Urban has been building beautiful residential buildings in Palm Beach, Fort Lauderdale, Atlanta, Tampa, St. Petersburg, and of course, Sarasota. The Ritz Residences Sarasota Bay will be the 5th Coulter Urban project here in town. Existing Coulter Urban projects here in town include the Mark, which you may remember was designed by Hoyt Architects but executed by Coulter Urban, in addition to 3 neighboring buildings in the Quay: View Sarasota Bay, the Ritz Residences of Sarasota, and Beso. Many of you watching this will be familiar with Beso as it sold out in record time. As of the recording of this video, this building is not even complete, yet it's been sold out for months. While the Ritz Residences Sarasota Bay will feature larger units and a higher price point, the expectations on sales pace from the people at Coulter are very similar. I've mentioned before that this series was inspired by many of the conversations I've had with clients and website visitors. A few of you were disappointed to find out how quickly Beso sold out. So from now on, we're making it a point both on this YouTube channel and on our website to get out ahead of these projects. And for those of you who reach out to me directly, I'll make sure you know as soon as something in your wheelhouse becomes available. Now that we know a little bit more about the setting, design, and expectations of this beautiful new structure, let's talk about the brand that will bring it to life. The Ritz Hotel and Residences are marked by stunning architecture, incredible attention to detail, and a culture of world-class service. It's common to feel like royalty when walking into a Ritz, and that's for good reason. This hotel chain has its origins in 19th century Europe, when in 1898, Swiss hotelier Caesar Ritz commissioned 2 extravagant hotels for celebrities and European royalty. The first hotel was a recommissioned 18th century palace in France, named the Hotel Ritz, and the second, a brand new hotel in London titled the Carlton. Famous guests at these hotels included F. Scott Fitzgerald, Ernest Hemingway, and King Edward VII. The first Ritz Carlton on American soil opened in New York City in 1911 and was established by Albert Keller, who bought and franchised the Ritz name in the U.S. Moving forward to the 1980s, the Ritz trademark and brand name was purchased by none other than William B. Johnson, the owner of a chain of Waffle House franchises who surprisingly made a graceful transition from waffles to luxury accommodation and made the brand appealing enough for Marriott International to purchase 99% of the company in the late 90s, at which point the Ritz began its transformation into an internationally recognized brand. Today, the Ritz has over 40,000 employees, over 100 locations in 30 countries, including the tallest hotel in the world, the Ritz Carlton Hong Kong, with rooms and a bar on the 108th floor. While the Ritz in Sarasota won't reach quite as high as its Hong Kong counterpoint, it will stand next to One Park as the tallest buildings in Sarasota at 20 stories and the maximum height and floor number that Sarasota's current zoning restrictions allow. The Ritz Residences of Sarasota Bay will of course also be entirely residential, with 78 total units, 9 of which have sold at the time of this video, leaving 69 still available for purchase. These units will feature 12 to 13 foot floor-to-ceiling height with glass walls bringing in an abundance of natural light and showcasing sweeping views of Sarasota, which again will be at an unprecedented height and perspective. Floor plans in this community will be considerably larger than average, ranging from 3,500 to 6,000 square feet. Each unit will have an expanse of exterior room with glass railings and built-in outdoor grills. At this point in the development process, interior details are relatively scarce, but here's what we do know. For the interior floors, Coulter will offer a variety of porcelain tile options. The units will also feature chef-inspired kitchens featuring 10-foot-high European kitchen cabinetry, 3-centimeter quartz countertop options with full-height backsplashes, and premium appliances. The units will also feature extra-large 9-foot interior doorways, dual walk-in spa-style closets, large laundry rooms with European-style cabinetry, and technology-ready infrastructure for easy owner customization and home automation. Resident services will include world-class on-site property management with housekeeping, kayak, bicycle, and paddleboard concierge services, food and beverage from private kitchen, and 24-hour staff and valet to a private access-controlled garage. Building amenities will involve a grand lobby illuminated by an abundance of natural light, soaring ceilings converging on full-height windows revealing views of Yacht Harbor and the Ringling Bridge. Additionally, the amenity center will feature a social club room with expansive seating, an outdoor amenity terrace with a resort-style pool, a spa, a sun shelf, and additional gathering area. The fitness center will include a weight room, a spacious movement studio, and a private training room. The residences will also feature a wellness center with hot and cold plunge pools, men's and women's saunas, steam rooms, and private treatment rooms. The residence's amenities will also include a spacious sports lounge featuring a golf simulator, a dog park with a washing station, and a waterfront news cafe with daily coffee, beverages, comfortable seating areas, and extra-large TVs. And finally, office suites and boardrooms for private meetings. Now that we know some of the basic specs of the amenities and the units of this project, let's drill down on what we know about the floor plans. Okay guys, so we will now take a look at the floor plans, and like usual, I would definitely suggest stopping or pausing the video if you do want to take a look at the details a little bit closer of each of these floor plans, because I do want to go fast for convenience sake. One other thing to take note of is the footprint of the building is down here in the bottom left, and you can see where each of these floor plans is oriented within the entire building itself. And unfortunately right now, because it is a newer development, not all the floor plans have been released. What I have right now is the 4 listings that are available for sale on the MLS, but other options may be available actually in the sales gallery, or if you do schedule a Zoom with them. So if you guys are interested in additional floor plans besides these 4 that are currently listed, give me a call, send me a text, and I'll be able to set something up so we can take a look at other floor plans as well. But for now, we'll take a look at these 4. So the first one is Residence C, 3 bedrooms plus a den, 3.5 baths. It's offered on levels 4 through 16, and the interior square footage is 3,863 square feet. Exterior terrace square footage 581 for a total of 4,444 square feet. Next up we have Residence D. Again, here we are as far as orientation goes, and it is 3 bedrooms plus a den, 3.5 bathrooms, levels 4 through 16 again. Interior space 3,553 square feet, exterior terrace space 275 for a total of 3,828 square feet. Next up, we have a few larger spaces here. Penthouse H, offered at level 20, the top floor. 3 bedrooms plus a den, 3.5 bathrooms. Interior space, 4,357 square feet. 454 square feet of exterior terrace space for a total of 4,811 square feet. And finally, the last one we have available to show you right now, Estate F, here at this portion of the building, levels 17 through 19. It's 4 bedrooms plus a family room and 4.5 baths. Interior space just under 5,000 square feet. Exterior space 583 square feet for a total of 5,525 square feet. So that's what we have for now, guys. Let me know if you're interested in finding out about other floor plans, and I'll get in touch with the people over there at the Ritz, and we'll take it from there. So that's what we know so far about the Ritz Carlton Residences, Sarasota Bay. In keeping with the theme of the previous video, I want to reiterate how important it is for the serious condo and house hunters out there to get in touch with me. As I said before, many of you are unaware that it's completely free, acceptable, and even encouraged to walk through the door of the Ritz sales office or schedule an initial call accompanied by your own personal buyer representation. In other words, someone like me. If you recall, I asked you to view this video as an open invitation to allow me to facilitate your Ritz Residences inquiry. I spent a good amount of time at all of these new construction sales offices, and I know the representatives at the Ritz office personally. There are countless benefits to allowing me to facilitate your initial interaction with these builders, and so I'll quickly go over them again right now. 1. Negotiations and purchase. Our real estate team is backed by an ex-developer and the current owner of a construction company based here in Southwest Florida. Not only can we help you understand your obligations on a contract involving multiple years with a number of provisions, but we'll also ask the right questions and help with various negotiation points during the selection process. And don't worry, this isn't off-putting to the builder. They've budgeted for buyer representation and it actually takes some weight off their shoulders during the contract period. Which leads me to benefit 2. The contract period. Projects as intricate as this take time to be completed. The builder will be dealing with all prospective buyers at the same time, while I will only be dealing with a small cohort of you. I'll be much more accessible and will be able to respond to your questions and concerns immediately. Not to mention, you'll have someone who is just as excited about this project as you are. As you can tell, I'm passionate about each building in this series, and you can believe I'll be keeping you in the loop with personal video updates and status reports. 3. Decision points. Sarasota and the rest of the Gulf Coast has a vast selection of luxury properties to choose from, and many of you are unsure about exactly what you want. My job is to help you sort out the new builds from the existing projects and pair you with the options that fit your lifestyle the best. By now, you can probably tell I'm excited about the local real estate scene, but I'm also backed by over a century of experience from my attorney, builder, and property management partnerships. So that's all the information we have to date on the Ritz Carlton Residences, Sarasota Bay. Reach out to me if you're interested in seeing more of the floor plans, and I will of course update this as more renderings and more information about interior details is released. Stay tuned for the next episode, everyone.